Don Lemon was mistakenly laughing. He didn't mean to laugh at Rick Wilson. Rick Wilson is so funny, you know. You can hardly contain yourself at Rick Wilson's jokes. Making fun of white people. Making fun of Southern people. You can only, you know, because he's so funny, Rick Wilson. Don Lemon couldn't help himself. And this other, whoever the fuck this moron is who whines about diversity and inclusion. Some unpronounceable name from dude from, you know, foreigner. He also joins in and lauding, you know, laughing at the white people in the Midwest and the South. Because they're stupid, you know. They've only been calling white people stupid for 50 years, 60 years. They know better. The people in San Francisco know better. They allow people to come in and shit on the street. You have so many homeless people, you don't know what to do. These people know better than you. Mike Bloomberg. He knows better than you. He's going to fight the gun lobbyists. Those evil gun lobbyists who want you to keep your rights. He's going to fight them for you. So you don't know any better, you fucking rube. Rick Wilson has to tell you what to do. You have to listen to Rick Wilson. Longtime Republican strategist, Rick Wilson. He looks like a literal demon. Takes money from George Bush to run all these great ads. He's the reason we won. Rick Wilson is the reason. It wasn't because John Kerry is a fucking lunatic. Now these ads are the reason we won. It's because of Rick Wilson's ads. A Republican strategist who shits on white people all day long. Shits on Trump. He's jealous of Trump because he didn't need Rick Wilson's expertise. The epitome of a swamp creature. The epitome of a useless cocksucker who couldn't do anything if you didn't work for the Republican Party or some pseudo-governmental, quasi-governmental entity. Rick Wilson had to work for a living, provide something of value. He'd be fucking out of luck. And he knows it. And he sees the end. That's why he's got to stop Drumpf. He gets in line right with the other CNN, you know, morons. You guys with your book learning, ha ha ha. And Don Lemon, black homosexual. Sure, he has no animosity towards white, but he has a white boyfriend, though, doesn't he? Don Lemon. They love to shit on white people. It's so fucking funny. It's so funny to them to be so fucking superior. And then it's so funny. The thing about it is, these people are so far beneath people like me that it's just sickening. These people, they're below, not just me, they're below normal Americans who work for a living. Anybody else out there, and you go by your day, whatever you do it honestly, on a daily basis. You're above Don Lemon. You're above Rick Wilson. You're above whatever this reject is. You know, this import. This guy they imported to hate white people. Like, you know, do a shitty southern accent. You're above these people. That's what they can't stand. They have to, oh no, I'm the one who's on television. So that means I'm important. You know. Like Ariana Grande is important because she sings. Kobe Bryant was important because he dribbles a basketball. These people are important, you know. Never mind that he raped somebody in Colorado in 2003. He's important. So they have to remind you that they're important. You know, that once in a while the mask slips. And they remind everybody how much they actually don't like themselves. So they have to project this. And they make fun of people making fun of the elitists. Well, that's the truth, because you people are objectively worthless, and you only exist because because of the entity that you've created, the Leviathan of the government and pseudo-government and agencies, entities. It's the only way you can make a living. Because you're fucking worthless. It's like college professors. Those who can't teach, you know? It's so funny, these people. They think they're fucking above everybody else, and they're actually below everybody else. Don Lemon and his, you know, his white boyfriend. Who are they above? What do you do for a living? You sit there and read news and you make fun of white people. You get all mad of the Trump meme, and then you can sit there and laugh hysterically for a minute about a dumb fucking joke by Rick Wilson, and then you have a half-assed apology saying, "Oh, I didn't mean to laugh at you guys. I laughed at the totally hilarious joke from Rick Wilson." Rick Wilson is a boomer. So, by definition, he's not funny. So that's horseshit. These fucking people. If I, you know, every time I see Rick Wilson, I want to Fed post so terribly bad. You know, you think like maybe the communists are right. You see, like, this is what created. This is the entity. I mean, nothing's perfect, okay? No system is perfect. There's always going to be people like this that are just useless. They just go along for the ride. They're out. I don't know. I can't properly describe dealing with governments and small and local governments, even in bigger governments, for like, 15 years maybe? In this particular line of work, I can't really properly describe what I'm dealing with to the lay person. It's very difficult to do. The lay person's opinion of government is probably very low, and it should be, as it should be, because every time you deal with them, it's either the police or the DMV, or maybe you got to go, you know, court or whatever the fuck it is. But dealing with them on a day-to-day basis, it is fucking miserable. Because you've got so many fucking people who do so very little, and whose sole purpose is to just perpetuate their existence. And that's all. There's no goal other than to just make sure that the whole system stays like it is. You know? And thankfully, you know, their laziness means that I get to work. I get to do work. So it really is, you know, all of the things you can think about are actually true. You know, granted, I run into some government workers who are very good, and they're very helpful, and they get it, and you can just look at them and tell. Like, you talk to them for a little bit, and you go, okay, this guy is actually a guy who gets shit done. You know what I mean? But then some people, you can tell, are just there. They're just fucking there. And they are there because they were getting paid to be there. And that is what they do. And it's just fucking... It's a different thing. It's a different world. It's a different world than what we live in. It really is. And people like Rick Wilson live in this world. And if anybody, you know, tramples into their territory, like Trump essentially did, he said, I don't need people telling me that, you know, how to, you know, whatever. The way Trump did operate, he didn't listen to Republican strategists at the time. Well, he probably does now, but I mean, Rick Wilson put all his fucking eggs in the Never Trump basket, and that just didn't happen. And you wonder why the Bush presidency was such a fucking miserable failure. He was listening to people like Rick Wilson. The guy with fucking disdain towards people who actually work for a living. This fucking prick, you know? This prick doesn't do fucking anything. And he laughs laughs at you suckers, you rubes that have to work for a living because you're not smart enough to be like Rick Wilson and just grift your way to the top. I got on CNN and I didn't even lift a finger. It's like Hillary Clinton, you know. She never drove a car for 20 years, and all of a sudden she's this, I'm this populist person. Look, fellow humans. Like fucking Mike Bloomberg. Did you see him try to shake a fucking dog's mouth the other day? He doesn't know how to pet a fucking dog. Mike Bloomberg doesn't know how to pet a dog. What kind of a sick fuck is this? Mike Bloomberg's net worth is $60 billion. $60 billion. And he's 77 years old. What the fuck is this guy doing? You're talking about a god complex. He's already what? He's mayor in New York. He's the one who's like, he's trying to he's outlawed straws, he outlawed drink sizes, all this draconian fucking nanny state horse shit. And he's going to run for president. He thinks he could run for president. Well, Trump did it. I'm way smarter than him. No, you're just a sick fuck, Mike. That's how you get $60 billion. You don't get $60 billion by being a regular person, a regular Joe who treats people fairly in their dealings. You don't do that. You have to be a cutthroat fucking asshole. That is probably the biggest problem with your capitalism. And you saw it in Russia in the 1990s when the rise of the oligarchs. The dirtiest and slimiest motherfuckers who fucked people over, fucked the entire country over, got rich. And now they're all, living in Israel under, Putin kicked them all out. Now they're living in fucking Israel, running their businesses or whatever. Or they're in exile in in London, in Israel. These greedy motherfuckers. Because they can't let a fucking nickel go unclaimed, You can't just handshake deal with fucking... You can't handshake your way... You can't handshake deal your way to $60 billion. And you're 77... He doesn't even have a family? 77 years old, he's out there, campaigning for president? $60 billion and mayor of New York City isn't enough for this guy. Bloomberg, I'm gonna take away your guns. Let me shake this dog's head. I like big gay ice cream. I'm Mike Bloomberg. You talk about a fucking demon. Judas Priest. This fucking guy. What a disgusting... What the fuck? Everything about this guy is like... This is not relatable on any instance. Don Lemon. Nothing about this guy is relatable to anybody who's just normal. Who's just a regular dude. Who's going about their fucking business and dealing with shit. Rick Wilson has utter contempt for anyone who isn't a fucking complete grifter. Who hasn't fucking ripped off the system. Like him. Like he's smart, right? He's completely ripped off the system and made himself a lifestyle where he doesn't do shit except trash, Trump on Twitter. And that's what he gets paid to do or whatever. I look at these people with utter disdain. I don't give a fuck how much money Mike Bloomberg has. He's 77 years old. Just fucking... What are you doing? You're obscene. Oh, I love big gay ice cream. Shut the fuck up, you old coot. Go fucking... Grandpa, shut the fuck up. It's bad enough you're fucking trying to trash New York City. Like, you have no chance, dude. Nobody's going to vote for a Jew from New York. I mean, that's just the truth. Nobody is going to vote for a Jew from New York to be president. And especially not one with $60 billion. Oh, you're a real progressive, Mike, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody trusts you. I'm sure you've totally got your $60 billion in net worth. Totally fairly. And you're totally going to fight the system. The system that made you worth $60 billion! fucking faggot. Who the fuck? I mean, that's the thing, though, that he's in no danger of winning, because everybody knows this. Everybody knows that Mike Bloomberg is just a capitalist pig. He's a capitalist pig. He's not fighting the system. You gotta be kidding me. Nobody cares about Mike Bloomberg. No matter how many ads you run, Mike will fix it. Look at me, I'm a normal guy. Mike! Fuck off. You fucking gargoyle. You excrement. You piece of monkey crap. You old fart. Go fuck yourself. Mike Bloomberg. Go fuck yourself, you fucking people.